What's up, Thumpers? Welcome to a film review from Hyper Rabbit Power Go. This is a non-spoiler review of Avengers Endgame. We just got out of the screening. We were at Walt Disney Studios watching this movie. We were there. It was a 3-hour ordeal. I think the total thing probably took like 4.5 hours from getting in and all that sort of stuff. But want to say this at the top of the video. This is a non-spoiler review. We're not going to talk about any spoilers. We want you guys to go out to the theater and experience this movie. And we're going to be monitoring the comments like crazy because there's been a lot of people trying to spoil stuff on social media. We don't want that to happen in our comments, so we're going to be monitoring those all day for the next couple days until everybody sees this movie. But before we start, let me quickly tell you about Raid Shadow Legends, a brand new mobile game that's one of the most ambitious RPG projects I've ever seen. Raid Shadow Legends is the most immersive experience you'll find on a tablet, or in our case, a smartphone. And it can honestly be compared to some of the biggest PC and console titles. And are you ready for the best part? It's free. Raid has all the features you'd expect from a brand new RPG title, like an amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. I never thought I'd get this much detail out of a mobile game. I mean, look at the detail on these champions. It's absolutely amazing. There's also a special launch tournament happening very, very soon with a ton of prizes. So go to the description of this video, download Raid, get 50,000 silver immediately, and on top of that, an epic champion as part of the new player program, courtesy of the dev team. Now back to Endgame. This is not going to be a very in-depth review because it's going to be so hard to talk about this movie in detail without potentially spoiling something. Emily is here.
Hey.
Emily went to the screening with us. Augustine couldn't be here because it's already midnight and he has work.
Yeah.
So he'll be here for the spoiler review, which we'll do on Friday. I think is when we're planning to film that, and then we'll release it sometime after. I don't even really know where to start. I guess the best place to start is just going in. What were your thoughts?
Oh. No, let me stop you right there.
Oh my god.
I'll try to sum this up.
Sure.
What do you want from us? Why did you click on this video? Are you trying to get some kind of a, like, you trying to read our faces and stuff? You're trying to figure. Go see the movie.
Yeah.
More than any other movie ever made in history. Go see this movie. If you watch this, if you're clicking on this, you love these movies already. What are you doing? Don't even just honestly hit pause on this right now. Go see it.
Go watch a pre-snap recap.
Go see it.
This movie was 12 years in the making. Yes?
Yeah.
12 years in the
years,
making.
yeah.
12
I feel like even longer than that because Marvel Studios as an entity kind of started in like 2006.
Yeah.
Where they were like, what if we, what could we say right now that would change your mind? You just want to get more hyped? It's like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that because if we talk about it, they're like, oh, I knew it. There you go. They liked it. So I'm more excited. Yeah. What do you want? Are you like, if I were to honestly be like, you know what, skip it. Would you not go to this? Would you be like, oh, cool.
Oh, I guess I'm going to tear my tickets that I pre-ordered.
Let me cancel my pre-order.
Yeah.
No, you're going to go see this movie. You want to hear how, if you're watching this, it's because you want to hear how, we thought about it. Even that is like, how, like, even talking about how I feel right now is everything is a spoiler at this point.
Yeah.
Everything is a spoiler. It was just like, even this is a spoiler, but it was an experience I will never forget, which sounds hyperbolic, but it's true. It's true. Like,
and especially, I would say for me, I've talked about it a lot, how I came into the Marvel Cinematic Universe not really knowing too much about these characters. And the fact that over the course of 10 years, 22 movies now, we went into this and I thought, like, I just hope that when the movie ends, that I'll feel satisfied. I don't necessarily need the movie to play out in any certain way. If certain things happen that, like, in my fanboy brain I would hope for, then great. And all I will say is it felt very, very satisfying as a fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you follow me on the social medias, I posted on Instagram on how, like, going opening night to the Avengers, we all dressed up. I saw that movie 6 times in theaters because it impacted me so much. And this one has left me feeling that same exact feeling from seeing that first one, which is just so, like, man, I'm so excited for all of y'all to see this movie. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah,
that was lovely.
I think the only other thing that I can really touch on without getting into the movie itself, which I don't really want to do, is it's 3 hours long.
Prep.
Dude, No,
The
no
pacing
kidding.
is so
Bro,
great.
I was. Did you ever look over and see me at any point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
for the
was
most part,
just-
you were.
Oh my
And then
like,
Pooch would do it.
I
And then
can't-
Emily
I
would do it.
can't even-
And
Well,
then there's part where I went like
Yes.
this. And I was like,
I had a professor. I had an acting professor. I'll just really quick. I had a professor in college, an acting professor, who said your body knows when you're engaged. If
Yes.
like especially watching a live performance, whenever you feel yourself lean back, that means you're not engaged by the performance. But anytime you feel yourself leaning forward, you are completely engaged. You are completely on with whatever is happening on
Yeah.
stage or on the screen. This movie is engaging.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if you have not followed these movies from beginning to end, all the way from Iron Man all the way to this movie,
First of all, you messed up. Secondly,
you need to.
You have a
first of all,
video
you
about
messed up.
that.
Yeah.
Secondly,
There's no way you're going to walk out of this not feeling something.
oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know,
Yep.
like it's impossible. I think.
That's what's so cool is that is this movie, and I don't know if you guys have felt it, especially the days leading up to us going to go see it, but even the days leading up to Thursday night, the days leading up to this weekend, there is this like, I feel like everybody and their mother is feeling this anticipation, is feeling this like, oh my gosh, this is 10
An
years into this
event.
thing. This is an event. And
Yeah.
I think that whether or not you like these movies, watch these movies, know everything about these movies, or casually watch them, or have honestly never even seen one, I don't think any human on Earth isn't aware of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
I
Because
know.
these were B and C list comic book characters. And the work that they've done on all
To
of these
build them all
characters
up.
to build them all up is, I mean, it's like, you said it, Emily. You said it before we started. You're like, it's so crazy to think what they've been able to do with these characters, and it feels like it's something that will never be replicated again.
No,
you said
this-
something like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was 22 films. This could not have happened without the 22 films.
Same with Infinity War. Same with Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
When we were like 13 movies in, it was like, oh my God, look at what they're
build-up,
able to do. The
yeah.
same with Thor Ragnarok. The same with Black Panther.
It's honestly,
yeah.
we are witnessing cinema history.
Oh, for sure.
This will
for sure.
go down in film and cinema history
Yeah.
as this incredible story and
Achievement.
event and yes, a cinematic universe
Mm-hmm.
that whoever would have thought possible.
My hope is that once this movie's out and everybody sees it, that people really go back and, outside of the movies themselves, really look at what Kevin Feige as the producer did
Yeah.
and the creative force behind all these movies and the people he brought in to help make this whole thing possible.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone's been saying, it's not an over-exaggeration. It is truly a cinematic achievement. And I think Star Wars did something for the 70s, and I think whatever it did, that changed filmmaking, whether it was the technology, the special effects, the type of story it told. But the Marvel Cinematic Universe has taken what Star Wars started and built upon it and expanded it and done something so special that it's going to be really hard for me to not want what Marvel did for other superhero
Oh,
universes.
Yeah.
You know?
Not just that, but like you're talking about Star Wars, and I was like, did you hear the Avengers cast members talk about Star Wars and talk about how the
haven't.
MCU is it's a cinematic achievement, and comparing it, and even Chris Evans was like, no, but that was like 3 movies back in the day.
Yeah,
It changed
from
cinema
the EW thing.
from the
yeah.
from the EW
Yep.
thing, and he was like, and that was it though. It was like that, and then they started kind of kicking him up again, and what they're doing now is kind of similar, but
Sure.
but
This is like
nothing. And I mean, any movie studio, any film project, any franchise, I'm talking Bond, I'm talking Harry Potter, I'm talking any of the big names of like, Star Wars,
Terminator, all that stuff. Yeah.
will never be able to touch what these companies have been able to do in 10 years.
Yeah. In
It's
10
mind
years.
blowing, dude.
I mean, Bond is about to have his
Mind-blowing.
25th film in 50
Yes,
plus
50
years.
plus years.
Marvel
Yeah.
did it in a decade. With multiple franchises, not just one character.
Dude. Oh my
multiple
God.
franchises, and all the movies connect
Yeah.
to one sort of conclusion.
Okay.
The Endgame.
Can I say one last thing?
Sure.
And I feel like we really need to get out of here because
Yep.
we're going to get ourselves in trouble.
Yep.
I want to go get some food. I feel like I haven't eaten all day.
Nope. We've literally like not drank, not eaten anything since like 3:00.
And I never had to pee or poo at all.
Nope. Not at
Same.
all.
Because it was
I've
just-
fasted
And we even had
so
toilet paper
well.
just in case.
This is the last thing I want to say. In my entire 31 years of reading comic books, of me being alive and reading comics, I've had so many highs and lows, so many highs reading comic books. I've been moved to tears. I've been excited. I've been thrilled. I have had my imagination cracked open, and I'm just like, oh my God, I love comics. I love superheroes. I have since I was a kid. This movie did for me what no single or combined comic book reading experience has ever done. I was floored. I was like, I'm still picking myself up off the floor. That is a spoiler. I'm sorry, but that, like, I had that thought of, like, never in my wildest did I feel that way while reading comic books. And I have, like, fist pumped while reading, turn the page and just been like, you know what I mean? Like we've all done that. I've done that. I've been moved to tears. I've cheered. I have followed Invincible 10 plus years of a single series, and I'm like, oh my God, this is my favorite series ever. And this was just like, that's what it did. That's what it did. It was like, and I was like, wow.
That's the review.
That's the review.
Really, though, really,
I'm going to cut out all the other 11 minutes and just put that. What was Avengers Endgame like?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, guys. Go watch Endgame. That's really all we can say without getting full on into spoiler territory.
Yeah, just look at my face.
Yeah, there you go. Just go, enjoy the movie, have fun, bring all of your friends, make it a cinematic experience for everybody because it will be worth it, I promise. Make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/hyperrpg. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/hyperrpg. We might have to end up doing a brand new post-snap recap because
Oh my God.
holy shit. In the meantime, go watch Avengers Endgame. We'll catch you next week. Bye.